like this, and no one made my goals for me. But I'm exactly who I'm supposed to be, cause it's the path that God chose for me. So even if some doors close for me, I still won't let y'all close to me. So please step back where you're supposed to be. Put the game all on hold for me, and sit back, watch me roast the beat. It's in my genes, I'm better than them, and I know my flow too sick, I got the medicine. I'm way at the top, who could take my place? I went too hard, can't feel my face. Who the best in this thing? Tell them, yeah, that's me. Tell them who bring the fire, say, yeah, that's me. Who make it flip, make it bang, ooh, yeah, that's me. Who make the party feel alive, tell them, yeah, that's me. Whoa. Yeah, ooh, yeah, that's me. Who that chillin' at the top, tell them, yeah, that's me. Yeah, yeah, tell them, yeah, that's me. Yeah, I'm chillin' at the top, ooh, yeah, that's me.
Don't test me.
You don't impress me, so don't test me, nah.
So don't test me, nah. Don't test me.
Yo. You don't impress me, so don't test me, nah.
So don't test me, nah. Don't test me.
Yo, they wouldn't let me. Man's gal wanna come undress me. Swing with a right, but I might go lefty. I made plus with it, so don't test me. They wouldn't let me. Man's gal wanna come undress me. Swing with a right, but I might go lefty. I made plus with it, so don't test me. Nah.
You don't impress me, so don't test me. Nah.
So don't test me. Nah. Don't test me.
You don't impress me, so don't test me. Nah.
So don't test me. Nah. Don't test me.
Don't test. Don't test. Don't test. Yo. Don't test. 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 Yo. Don't test. Don't test. Don't test.
They wouldn't let me. Man's gal wanna come undress me. Swing with a right, but I might go lefty. I made plus with it, so don't test me.
Don't test me.
They wouldn't let me. Man's gal wanna come undress me. Swing with a right, but I might go lefty. I made plus with it, so don't test me. Nah. They wouldn't let me. Man's gal wanna come undress me. Swing with a right, but I might go lefty. I made plus with it, so don't test me. They wouldn't let me. Man's gal wanna come undress me. Swing with a right, but I might go lefty. I made plus with it, so don't test me. Nah.
So don't test me. Nah.
So don't test me. Nah. Don't test me.
You don't impress me, so don't test me. Nah.
So don't test me. Nah. Don't test me.
Don't test. Don't test. Don't test.
Don't test me.
Yo.
Don't test. Don't test. Don't test.
Don't test me.
Don't test.
Don't test me.
Yeah. All right. Son of Augustine style, you get me? Yeah. New whip outside is different. Ask me where the carpet, mind your business. New whip outside, I'm vicious. Ask me where the carpet, I'll admit it. Can't you tell that I'm riding with it? 5 or 6, I can't find those digits. Line them up and say mind your business. Don't you know that my mind is different? Can't you tell that I'm riding with it? 5 or 6, I can't find those digits. Line them up and say mind your business. Don't you know that I'm riding with it? I'm riding with it. You can't see the size, ain't norm. I ain't reached my final form. I gotta teach inside a storm. I gotta reach inside it. No, I don't need beside him. By and large, I don't preach no violence. Wifey right beside him. I am calm, I am different. I enlisted, fired up but not find the mischief. I am one to find time and listen. Lighten up the entire district. I am one to take time and find it. If they hate, they can't ride beside us. New whip, this time we ride it. All my people know out of towners. Yeah. New whip outside is different. Ask me where the carpet, mind your business. New whip outside, I'm vicious. Ask me where the carpet, I'll admit it. Can't you tell that I'm riding with it? 5 or 6, I can't find those digits. Line them up and say mind your business. Don't you know that my mind is different? Can't you tell that I'm riding with it? 5 or 6, I can't find those digits. Line them up and say mind your business. Don't you know that I'm riding with it? Don't you know that we timeless? That thing we cop can't hide it. That thing we drop can't find it. it. That new car drop, we ride it. Pull up, park up right beside him. Full-time rapper, check my mileage. I go to move the minus, I go to new allowance. Another one, King B, they say I done enough, they can't see. I'm not a runner-up who can't breathe. I'm still the son of what? Of Augustine. How I keep coming up and then erupting. Looking like I should never be amongst them. I should be out there in the function, younger than free. The end of discussion, whoa. The end of discussion, whoa. Younger than free, the end of discussion, whoa. The end of discussion, whoa. Yeah, new whip outside is different. Ask me where to cook it, mind your business. New whip outside, I'm vicious. Ask me where to cook it, I'll admit it. Can't you tell that I'm riding with it? 5 or 6, I can't find those digits. Line them up and say mind your business. Don't you know that my mind is different? Can't you tell that I'm riding with it?
Shelby High School here for district semifinal action, a chance for the Clear Fork Colts to make their first appearance in a district final in 10 years. They're taking on Kenton here tonight. Two teams, the number 3 seed going up against the 4 seed here live from Shelby High School. We'll be back live and free on the OH Report.
Picking up new hobbies such as cooking is another manly way to avoid depression and reduce stress. Today, I'm going to teach you how to make my world-famous guaco mahogany. First, mash up 5 or 6 of these green things. Then add hot sauce, this lettuce stuff, these red things, salt, some of this stuff, and limes. And finally, bacon to taste. Delicious.
We are a compounding pharmacy, so we compound medication that people are not able to find other places. We can make oral liquids, so like liquids you take by mouth. We make creams and ointments, so if you need a medication delivered topically or through the skin, we can get medication into creams that way. We can also make medications into capsules, as well as suppositories, nasal sprays if you need it, things like that.
I think one of the things that makes Wellspring so unique is to give the patient that ability to choose between traditional and or complementary.
If you're needing medication and you're not able to find what you need, or you need it to go into your body in a different way, that's what we help with.
Time now for your pregame show, brought to you by the Ohio Suicide Prevention Foundation, here live and free on the OH Report. My name is Jonathan Langdon. Jeremy Peoples running camera tonight, getting the fantastic views from Shelby High School here for a district semifinal in Division IV between the Clear Fork Colts and the Kenton Wildcats. Both teams are announcing their rosters at the moment. Let's go ahead and split up and talk about these two teams. We'll start with the Kenton Wildcats, a team that if you are a big follower of the OH Report, you may not be familiar with, but we're going to see them not once, but twice this week. We'll see them tomorrow with their girls volleyball team. But first with their boys soccer team, coached by Jamie Bartlett. They are 4-10-3, the 4 seed here in this district. They're coming off some tough losses to a tough conference. Shawnee, Kalida, and Bell Fountain all won significantly against this side. 7-0 was the most recent result for this team. They had a great start to the year, won 3 of the first 5, and then from there it's kind of fallen apart for them. But a perfect chance here in the tournament to turn things around and really make a Cinderella run out of what many would say would be a disappointing regular season. Player spotlight for the Kenton Wildcats. It's someone that's had a pretty solid year with 5 goals and 6 assists. Look out for number 7, Marlon Lopez. Just a junior. He'll be back next year, but he is going to lead the way for this team, and he will be in the midfield. So number 7 in white is who to look out for there. So for Clear Fork, definitely followed them much more, and they've had a solid year for themselves despite being 1 game below 500. They finished 3rd in the MOAC. In just their final game, that's when they kind of slipped up and gave River Valley their first MOAC title in quite some time in a 1-1 draw. That was a couple of games ago. They've bounced back since then in the state tournament, taking a sectional title over the Upper Sandusky Rams. 3-1 was the final score there. 2 goals from Clear Fork and an own goal led the way for the Colts to take that title and maybe go for a potential district title here this afternoon. And player spotlight, someone that has really picked it up as of late, number 7, Cade Beachy, so 7 for Kenton and 7 for Clear Fork. Watch out for Beachy, who will be wearing black. 7 goals and 12 assists in this game, in this season for Cade Beachy, just a sophomore, so he will be back as well, not for 1 more year, but 2 more years. Let's go ahead and take it out to the field as we are going to get ready and set to go here in this one. Live and free, 40 minutes on the clock. Kenton will defend, and starting off here is Clear Fork, and they'll get us underway. District semifinal here at Shelby High School. Long drive for Kenton. Not nearly, not nearly as short, I was going to say, as Clear Fork. Not necessarily in the middle, despite it being a neutral site game. You see Kenton on the defensive end first. Takes the ball over. And they're in a tough league for soccer, the Western Buckeye League. They finished 1-5-2 in conference play this season, as collecting this for the first time for Kenton is the goalkeeper, Hayden Holland. Number 00, wearing yellow out there. So Kenton, they've had a rough stretch as of late. No better time to turn things around than here in a state tournament situation, or a district tournament situation. Expect to see them on the defensive end a lot. They have usually 7 guys that sit back there in a defensive position. And right there they had 8. They'll get possession here. They'll kind of look around this defense, see how they can attack it. They go up the middle and it's cleared away. Bronson Frost, one of the key defenders for Clear Fork, had it there for a moment. Second pass was intercepted. Here comes Kenton. Middle of the field, ball played through, and Frost will see this all the way to the goalkeeper. Actually, no, my mistake. 2 players have white hair out there right now, and one of them is the one that got there, Liam Beer. One of the seniors on this Clear Fork team. Collision there on the far side, nothing called. McCauley is going to grab this. Kicks it out. This will be a Wildcat throw. Frost. Did he keep it in? Yes, he did. It will go out, though, for a throw. I thought it might have been a corner over there. But the Wildcats will go deep. Just throw in. Short, just outside the 18. Clear Fork's able to swat it away. So in the first couple of minutes, both sides have had it on their attacking third. Neither have really been able to build too much of anything. There's a whistle that gives it to Clear Fork here on a free kick. Long ball from Frost. Stays on that far side. Fight for the ball there is won by Gus Wingfield, sophomore for Kenton. Stays on the ball right here, gets around McCauley, can't get around the last one. Still have the ball possession-wise, and then immediately as I say that, give it away, but get it right back. Up the middle, Kenton goes. Here's the first shot of the night. That will deflect away. And maybe another chance here. Cross is out for a corner. Cross in by Alex Miller is going to win the Wildcats their first corner of the night. Miller is a sophomore, 2 assists this year, and a goal to his name. Corner here will be taken by Wingfield. We mentioned him earlier. 3 goals, 2 assists. Arms up, low driven cross. It ends up deflecting off of Clear Fork. Good heads-up play by Bunnell to get there and kind of just fall on it. Look brought to you by North Central State College as Wes Bunnell with 27 saves on the year kicks that away. And it does well because Kenton just send it out to the far side and Clear Fork can throw ahead. Running on this is Sam Swendel. He won't have enough speed to get there, so a goal kick. Kenton is on a 6-game losing streak. Told you, the Western Buckeye League is a tough one. Their last win came against Defiance September 19th. October 21st, ladies and gentlemen. Here they are in the defensive end. Good job to keep that in by Clear Fork. Looking for Cade Beachy. He won't get the ball. Now he will. He'll send it to the middle. Cross in. Chested down, still a chance for Clear Fork. Low driven ball, and this will be the first corner for Clear Fork. Far side corner, that's where they'll take this. Out swinging, looking for Swendel. He had him, but a solid save by Kenton. Also got to like the attack there by Clear Fork, able to get ahead on it. Put it on frame. So Holland with the save. His first of the afternoon/evening. Ton of space there for Kenton. They send this way forward. Easy collection with a slide by Bunnell. Bunnell the sophomore. With the left over the midfield line around the 40 of the other side. Good effort by the Colts. Just can't win possession. Attempted Wade ball over the top is deflected by McCauley. This ball flies up in the air. And up the middle it goes. Kenton trying to play one forward. Nice ball to the near side. This is Alex Miller again, who is dispossessed, but it does go back to another teammate. And then a deflection again will send it out for a throw. Wingfield lets it go. Give his teammate this one. Micah Bowman. He is tied for the goal-scoring lead on this team. Wearing number 10, he'll throw this in. Both have 6. This ball's headed out. Both Bowman, who wears number 10, and Fernando Gonzalez, who wears number 23. They both are tied with 6 goals apiece on the year. Dallas, however, is not starting today. Keep an eye out for number 10. He's probably going to be the main target here tonight for Kenton, wearing white. Blown by the whistle, the official. Wanted to go quickly, but they threw it in. It was supposed to be a little further back. Couple deflections, they'll move up about 30 yards to throw this in again. Running up on this, tries to square it a little bit more towards the middle. There's still a chance to do so until that intervention happens. Here's Landon McCauley, one of the captains, trying to get to the ball, can't quite do it. Here's the ball sent through. Kyle Barrett trying to get past the last defender there, and he can't. Good defense by the senior, Liam Beer. Kenton wants to go quick again, they lose the ball. Wildcats. Get around this Clear Fork defense. Strong so far here in the first 9 minutes. So bounce into the box, and Bunham will go get it. Didn't hit that one quite as cleanly as the other. So bounce just shy of the 50. Take a second bounce. Beachy's still trying to get to it. He does flick it on. Dangerous situation for Kenton. They're forced to clear that away out of bounds. Into the box it goes. Flag is up, offside. It's a good shot effort for Clear Fork. Still not able to get that one through to the flag. Nick Martin takes a shot. Ball is spilled, but not too far away to where Holland couldn't just grab it on the ground. Score remains 0-0. 10 minutes gone here in the first half. High ball sent away. Here's some space for Clear Fork. Gonna play it to the near side. That was a good idea with the ball. Just good job by Kenton's defense to get there first before it could fall all the way through. Owen Bourne, where's number 6? He'll throw this in. Bounces at the 35 and collected by the Wildcats. Wildcats get past one here with Marlon Lopez. That's our player spotlight today. Wearing number 7. He gets the ball taken away from him. Here's Clear Fork coming up. Landon McCauley. Through to the right side. Ball crossed in. Nobody there for Clear Fork. And the defense survives again for the Wildcats. Good move by Landon. Whistle was going to be blown, but the ref plays advantage as this ball curls out of bounds. Was a foul in the eyes of the main official, just decided to keep going. Clear Fork still had the ball. Trying to square to the middle. Still a fight there. No call in the eyes of the official. Ball shouldered down by number 4 in the back, Evan Rawl, a freshman. Just approaching that final third here. Kenton trying to put something together. Good fight there in that corner. Both by Miller and Beery, who is into the game. Coy Beery, sophomore. Here's a long throw caught there by Bunnell. Solid start for Wes. That ball is a line drive. Still not out of danger yet here for the Colts. Lobbed over the top. Beery tried to head it down. Wingfield moves it forward. This is a good stop by Clear Fork, but here's the first shot, or one of the first dangerous shots of the night for Kenton. It lands easily in the arms of Bunnell. Last-ditch effort from the defense. Clear Fork gets there first. Liam Beer again with a nice intervention. Forces the second corner of the evening for this Kenton team. Short corner. This will be in swinging to the far side, near side, excuse me, and the shot just misses to the right. Solid velocity, solid angle, just missed it a little to the right. Miscommunication there between the midfielders and the attackers. That ball was sent way ahead. Kenton throw. Alex Miller over the top. We've seen a solid start here from Kenton, both offensively and defensively. Both sides have had one legitimate shot on goal, I'd say. But Kenton had that extra one that we just saw that wasn't necessarily on frame, but if it was, it probably could have snuck its way in the back of the net with the just the pure velocity that it had. So it's been even here so far in the first 17 minutes of the half. And Clear Fork builds something here. Landon McCauley plays it far. Up the middle they go now. One touch. Back to the inside here. Ball crossed in. Nobody there for Clear Fork. Still a dangerous opportunity, though. Now just outside the 18, shot is driven and out of bounds. It's not hit too cleanly and not too accurately by Owen Weichel, who's had a great year scoring the ball. 10 goals on the year for him. That is a team high. Just not able to connect there. Seeing good defense. Both sides of the ball. Really making it difficult on the midfielders at this point. You just see the kind of tenacity both sides have with between the 30s. It's kind of where all of the dirty work has been at right now. Near side throw. This is Cam Fox. Did not start today. He is in for the first time. Fox, a sophomore, wearing number 12. Couple of subs have already made their way in, as Fernando Gonzalez, number 23, ran after that ball. He's the guy we talked about earlier, as here he is. He's tied for the lead with 6 goals. And he shoves down McCauley and will suffer a foul. Clear Fork will get out of that tight situation. So 23 did not start, but he is still dangerous. He's going to be close to the ball here as well. McCauley able to get it away in time. And a mistouch by Finn McCauley. We'll send it back to Kenton. Good moves there by Cade Beachy, the sophomore. Able to get it out of a tight spot. But now it's even tighter in the midfield as now finally Kenton wins it. And a pass forward is too far ahead. Beachy with some space on an interception. Trying to play one through. Nobody there. It's kicked away by Kenton. But a solid throw close to the 30 as 2 subs will come in. The Swendles come in, 18 and 16. Sam and AJ, respectively. Off goes Weichel, and also off goes Setzer. Ooh, good moves. Plenty of space for a cross. Can he find somebody, though? Not quite. Goes over the net. Bunnell will grab it and get us going again with 19 minutes to go. We're over halfway done with this first half already. So 4th-seeded Kenton battles it out with the 3rd-seeded Clear Fork Colts. 2 teams that have not quite had the regular season record they would have wanted. And then 2 different stories of one that had a very good time in in conference play, and the other team that really struggled in their conference this year. Clear Fork, despite going 7-8-3, they finished 3rd in their conference with a record of 4-1-1. They've been models of this MOAC conference that is starting to get better and better at boys and girls soccer, as Kenton look to maybe have an attack going, but to no avail after Bunnell grabs this one. But there are certainly programs in the MOAC that are still trying to build up their programs. They're a couple of years out. But Clear Fork's kind of one of those teams that's leading the way. They've had a pretty good program for a solid amount of years now. Beachy able to fight in there and stick in. Still another spot. And he can't get, or his teammate can't get that one. Landon McCauley holding his ground. Stopped an attack as this ball's lobbed over the top, and the defense for Clear Fork still doing great here today. See if they can keep it up the next 60 minutes. Near chance for Clear Fork to break away. Would have been just him and the goalkeeper if number 10, Finn McCauley, could get that away. Here's Will Stewart. Official tells him to scoot back as he throws this from the 40 to the chest of Nick Martin. Micah Bowman plays it up to the middle. Beachy won't get there. Pass ahead is deflected, and Beachy will have this one. Beachy, just a sophomore wearing the captain's armband today as he wins a foul. Official was playing advantage, didn't see much, so he stopped play. Long ball here by A.J. Swendel, and a wicked bounce. Could have ended up in a goal, but a good job there by Hayden Holland to be all over that one. Well-weighted ball, but the defense will get there first. Will Stewart kind of just walling up against that attacker. Kicks it out of bounds. It will be Kenton ball. I think Stewart thought he got it off of that Wildcat that was in pursuit, but he did not. And substitutions check in. Both sides will make a change. Owen Weichel, number 11, back in for Clear Fork. And Alex Miller, number 25, back in for Kenton. Back to throw is Micah Bowman. This is the long throw guy. This will go into the box certainly, and it does. Headed away first by Liam Beer, and out of danger. Finn McCauley. Going to try and play this for his fast, pacey Owen Bourne teammate. It goes out. Last off of Kenton. Throw in is in control of the Wildcats. And a good ball gets that out of the way. Both sides doing a good job at winning space, but it's kind of just been in this midfield where, yeah, it's great to have space, but it's not necessarily doing anything for your attack because it has been really tight. As here's a flag raised. Good run by Beachy, but I saw it was offsides. And you'll see that replay and see it for yourself there. They're doing a good job trying to get behind the defense, Clear Fork, but it's just at weird angles because even if he did get to that ball, it's around that, a little bit further left than that S in Shelby in that end zone. And it would have been a hard turn for him to get a solid spot to maybe put on a threatening shot. And the defense would have had the perfect angle to recover. The deflection by Landon McCauley out of bounds. It will not be a corner. Be a deep throw in. Subs check in. Back into the game goes Coy Beery. And off Owen Bourne goes to the bench. See what Kenton does here with another long throw. They do have one going short, and that they will do. Lopez flicks it behind him. Trying to find an angle here to shoot. Player goes down, no call from the official. Here's a shot by Lopez, deflected nicely by Swendel. And then the clearance. Well done by this Clear Fork team here in the first half with 13 minutes to go. They want to quickly counter. And Martin wins the ball. Looking for a teammate. No, he'll shoot instead. And it's deflected. Still with Clear Fork here. Beery looked to go far side. It wasn't a bad idea, but it went right to the defender. Clear Fork, another chance. Shot is going to be saved. Great extension from Hayden Holland. Another shot by Owen Weichel is saved. Or should I say their first shot by Weichel went out of bounds. Second one is saved. We're going to see Clear Fork put more gas on the pedal. We'll see here in the last 12 minutes. It's been very even so far here in this district semifinal. You can't underestimate any opponent, especially if you're Clear Fork and you're going up against a team that hasn't won in 6 games, or haven't won in 7 games. They've lost their last 6. They tied the one before that. Soccer's just one of those games where any team can beat you on any given night. Especially with the motivation of keeping your season alive if you're a senior on this team, and also just with the shocking upset in a district tournament game. You know Kenton was going to be ready for this one, but here's Beery trying to get in there. And it's collected by Hayden Holland. Well done by him to get out there. Would have taken a stunning touch and turn from either of those Clear Fork Colts to get anything on goal. And that's such a tight window, but still, much needed intervention by Hayden Holland, who's doing a good job between the posts for this Kenton team. Gonzalez won't be able to keep that one in time, but it did go last off a Colt. And Gonzalez is going to go off. 10.5 minutes to go here in the first half. Big collision right there. Advantage played. Ball is left. Smartly done. Kenton still with a chance at the 10. Played back to the 20. And now back to the near 30. 1-2. Lopez shot to the left. One of the better looking runs by this Kenton team. Just Lopez shanked it to the left. Good feed by Bowman as well. Would have gotten the assist if that hit the back of the net. But with that shot, Bunnell keeps his clean sheet for now. This game just has that feeling that someone is going to strike here in the final 9.5 minutes. See which side it is here. As there's another flag up for offsides. Compared to the regular season, you only have 2 officials for the most part in all of your games. But once you move into district tournaments, it's up to 3. So we've got 2 assistant referees, both on each side. I just now seeing the third one. It's kind of been hidden behind a post here in the press box for me. Easy one for Bunnell. I think it's not preposterous to say that possession here has been nearly 50-50. This ball will bounce out. Last headed away by Kenton. It'll be a Clear Fork throw. Substitutions coming in, both sides. Kabuto Setzer, number 20, checks in for Clear Fork. And off goes Marlon Lopez. Can't quite read the number. I think it's number 8, Kyle Barrett. Yes, it is. 8, Barrett is back in for Kenton. Long throw in here, and McCauley is just going to head that out of bounds. Barry was in the area. Under 8 minutes to go. Low line drive kick, chested down at the 50, and just out of reach of Martin, who may have been in on a run if he could have bent it to the outside. Micah Bowman, went to try and go quick, and the official did not like where he threw that, moved him back about 5 yards. And with his run-up, basically threw it in at the same spot. Official didn't say anything. Up the middle, here's Barrett. Barrett lobs it over the top. And that will be just too far out for Seth Spencer, who didn't see it until the last moment, and maybe if he would have seen it right away, could have caught up to it. Bunnell, another goal kick. You like the numbers there for Clear Fork. They just can't win that ball. Bounced multiple times. Here's a nice turn from Beer. And Beer, lovely weight on that ball. It ends up with Setzer. He overran it for a moment, but he's back on it now, and he just can't stay in bounds. That was a solid moment there from Liam Beer. We didn't get the replay on it, but he was able to take a turn kind of behind his back and lose one defender, and then with the space he had, he weighed that ball perfectly, basically on a platter for Setzer. It's just unfortunate that he overran it just a little bit. Here's Beachy. Cade Beachy trying to switch the field. Here's a second chance for Setzer. This time he gets a solid touch on it, and he loses it again. That first touch was a good one, but maybe a little heavy. Deflection, however, will give it to Clear Fork here with the corner. Ball over the top, looking for Beer. It is headed towards goal, but not nearly the velocity that they had on their last one. Doing a good job connecting with their headers, just can't find the back of the net. 4.5 minutes to go here in the first half. Spencer tries to keep it in, that he does, but it is a takeaway. Clear Fork maybe in on goal here, and there's a shot that hits off the crossbar. First big opportunity, and that was nearly in for Clear Fork. Martin falls in the box, no call. Beachy with it here. Beachy looking for options, goes to the top of the 18, and he can't find A.J. Swendel. Wow. Some substitutions coming in. I'll try to get this angle for you. There's the shot. And man, very fortunate there, if you're Kenton, that doesn't find the back of the net. Here's the foul called that will halt things. It will go on Clear Fork. As we get under 3 minutes left here as this ball will get kicked. Up by Jesnowski. As Kenton gives it away again. Beachy through two defenders. And the ball flicked up ahead to a teammate. Not enough weight. Gives Kenton a chance to recover. A lot of back and forth here possession-wise in the midfield. Ball goes quickly out of bounds and hits off the back heel on a quick throw to try and catch Kenton off guard. 2:17 left. Landon McCauley gets in there. Good defense by him. Ball takes a wicked bounce to the feet of Beachy, and this is kicked high up in the air towards the middle of the goal. Goalkeeper doesn't know what to do with it, but finally makes a decision and is able to get in there right before Martin. One and a half minutes left here in the first half. Weichel looking for an angle to cross, doesn't have anything, and a miscommunicated pass. Let's take a look at that ball there sent in by Beachy, and Martin couldn't quite get there. Good job by Holland to make a not so quick but crucial decision. He made it quick enough in that situation to grab it. As we are still 0-0 here at Shelby. High throw in. So land for Weichel. Weichel takes another shot, just misses over the bar. Starting to see some solid shots from Clear Fork. Saw one go off the crossbar just a couple minutes ago. We are under a minute. As Chesnowski kicks that ahead for his goalkeeper. Near side Miller. Heavy ball. Couldn't quite run it down. Good interception. Bronson Frost. And then he loses it. Too much weight on that ball sent ahead, and that will be easy for Bunnell. Still 10 seconds left. Is there something here in the first half for either of these sides? Into the midfield it goes. One touch, and that touch from Lopez disappoints him. He'll walk over to his side, and that will do it for the first half. A lot of action, no goals. 0-0 between Kenton and Clear Fork here. We'll take a break and come back live and free on the OH Report.
Picking up new hobbies such as cooking is another manly way to avoid depression and reduce stress. Today, I'm going to teach you how to make my world-famous guaco mahogany. First, mash up 5 or 6 of these green things. Then add hot sauce, this lettuce stuff, these red things, salt, some of this stuff, and limes. And finally, bacon to taste. Delicious.
We We carry supplements that are from companies that do a lot of testing. So they will test their raw ingredients. They'll test them afterwards as well. And they're testing for both purity, and then they're also testing for potency. So things like arthritis, inflammatory bowel disease. We have a lot of supplements and also prescriptions we can recommend, and lifestyle type things that can help with that as well.
Time now for your Ohio Suicide Prevention Foundation halftime show as we sit 0-0 still. This has been a back-and-forth game, not in the scoring column, but in the defensive end. Both of these teams have looked really good with their back fours, and also their goalkeepers have made a couple of crucial saves, more so on that side from Kenton, however, than we've seen from Clear Fork. Not too many shots have gone up in Clear Fork's defense. Well, really, in their defense, because this team has locked down Kenton when they've gotten into the final attacking third. So Kenton and the Wildcats probably in that talking about things that are going to get their offense going yet again. And then for Clear Fork, pretty much the same thing. But you know that you can get some solid shots off. It's just finding spaces that the goalkeeper is not at, because the one save that he did make the save, but it still went goalwards and hit the crossbar and somehow stayed out. And then there were a couple of headers there on some corners that Clear Fork had as well, where they got some good power on the head, on their heads, but just weren't able to find a gap there with three players defending the net, two defenders on each side, and then the goalkeeper obviously in the middle. So things to address for both sides, but from the midfielder and defender standpoint, pretty good performance. It's just those forwards that are going to want to try and get them going and get them involved and stay in communication with the midfielders, because there have been a couple of attacks as well for both sides where balls have been sent forward and just the attackers weren't really on the same page, and they were late to it, and just the little second late that you are will really get to you and really result in a play kind of just being diminished. Just about ready for the second half. Kenton, the 4th seed here in this district, taking on the number 3 seeded Clear Fork Colts. 40 minutes back on the clock. Half number 2 just about set to go. Here from Shelby High School, it is a beautiful day. I haven't seen very many clouds, hardly at all, on my way here while being up here in the press box or as I'm looking around right now. It's just been gorgeous today, and also starting to see more and more trees change colors here with the fall season. Clear Fork out of the gate strong here, trying to cross one in just far out of the reach of Martin. And Kenton does a good job breaking that away for the first attack with Clear Fork. One's got to give. Who's it going to be? And remember, no ties, of course, here in the tournament. Somebody's got to win. And that will happen in overtime on a golden goal. So the first goal scored in overtime will end it. Or if nothing happens in those 2 15-minute periods that are given, then it would be penalty kicks. Here's Kenton with a chance. Shot is saved, but down for another chance. Another one is deflected by the defense. That was the biggest chance so far by either side by far, but there still may be something here for Kenton. Clear Fork keeps it in. Well done by them, and now Beachy hits it out of bounds. Let's get another look at that. Found himself wide open. Zhumakanov with the first shot, the second shot by Barrett, and both of them could not find the back of the net. So the first half we saw Clear Fork with some solid shots, and then there, just a minute and a half into this second half, 2 shots already looked pretty legit there from Kenton. Wildcats are threatening despite weak form as of late, losing their last 6. Throw at the midfield. Goes way far. Trying to build another attack here, the Wildcats, early in this second half. Ball played back. Some space here and a shot taken. And Bunnell will watch that one sail to the right of that far post. Bunnell with the left foot kicks it ahead. Couple deflections. Ends up with the Wildcats. The ball played through, and that one will be too far away. from Jumakanov. Whistle blown here. It looks like it's a foul on the Wildcats, so Clear Fork takes it over by that assistant referee now. Beachy takes a touch. He's got 3 defenders to get through. Shoves one to the side. He'll be called for a foul on that. Outside of that Upper Sandusky game that Clear Fork won to get here where they scored 3, it's been hard to find the back of the net. Scored 1 the game before and just 1 the game before that. They lost that second game, that first game I mentioned. They tied the second. And the one tie was in a big game against River Valley to decide the MOAC. Here is Martin sailing one through the uprights. Martin had one chance to the opposite side of the 18 in the first half that hit the crossbar. That chance sails over the crossbar. Possession, I would say, has been 50-50. If you had to pick a side that had a little bit more, I would say Clear Fork. Weichel. Bright green cleats. Rocking those there at midfield today. See if Kenton can put something together. Near side here with Kyle Barrett. Playing 1-2 game here with Jumakanov, and he is dispossessed. Tried to pass it back to Lopez. Beachy just gets it away from the outstretched leg of Lopez. Early cross in. Beachy is not going to get there in time. Good job by Hayden Holland. Saw Beachy kind of appear on the left side of your screen there at the last moment. There's another one of those cases where just the slightest bit of hesitation and you're not going to get there, as Beachy hits the ground hard right there. Wins a foul for the Colts, but at that cost that you see right there. Colts will take this free kick on the far side at the 26. And it will be Cade, who got fouled, who will take this kick, gets it over the initial wall, headed down by Kenton, and Frost keeps the play alive. Good dribbling there by Beer. A.J. Swindle plays it back. Long ball, McCauley just keeps it in. Here's Finn. Finn to the middle. Weichel, 10 goals this year, takes a shot, curls it right towards the goalkeeper, Holland. And we are still 0-0 here at Shelby High School. Ball deflects to Beachy. Ball almost played through to Martin. Big time intervention right there from number 9, Sam Jesnowski. And a potential counterattack here that is immediately, as I say that, taken away as Lopez tries to win it back. Lopez flicks it on. Wanted a 1-2, but the one kind of hesitated there on that touch, and he is frustrated over on that side. That was Barrett that couldn't control it. Jesnowski able to get in there. Kicks it out of bounds. Makes Clear Fork wait to throw this in for a couple of subs. In goes Kabuto Setzer. He's right by the ball waiting for this throw. If they opt to go short, someone finally marks him. They'll throw it over the top. Long ball by Barrett. Ends up with Landon McCauley. Not once, but twice. Good job by Bunnell. Is there a counter in here? It's not enough weight on that ball. It forced Martin to kind of curl inwards. Wildcats had a much better angle at that ball, and big collision there. Was not called a foul by that official that was right there. As we approach 10 minutes gone here in the second half, ball is thrown back in. Into the 18 it goes. Beachy, low cross, ends up with two players. It deflects off both. Here's a shot to the outside. Just outside the 18, it sails just over. Big ovation by Clear Fork. That's the best chance they've had today. As Weichel plays this back, and it was A.J. Swendel who just missed and was able to get it between the posts there. Or between the crossbars. Gotta think the Colts are feeling better about themselves seeing that sort of situation happen. As Martin just not able to get there, ends up going out of bounds. It will be a goal kick. Jumakinov won the ball for a moment. Now with Lopez here for Kenton. Lopez turns around his marker. And Clear Fork's defense is there on that pass. They'll just settle for a clearance. Kenton building up a couple of solid dribbles here, just not able to find an angle to shoot. Still trying to dribble around the defense that's doing a great job here tonight, not giving any sort of angles away. Potential counterattack here as this pass crosses the field. Good job by Lopez to keep it in front of him. Flick over, lands out of bounds. Substitution for Kenton. Alex Miller goes off. Cam Fox is in the game, number 12. He'll play on that far side. He's right at the 45-yard line right now and walking towards the 30. Can't see him on your screen just yet. He's up top. Frost had to get in there to slow down the Wildcats, who could have maybe had a dangerous move. As there is a high cleat. That will get the officials' attention. Miscommunication again between midfielder and attacker. That ball will sail out of bounds here in half number 2, where we are still scoreless between Clear Fork and Kenton. Winner of this game will take on Vermilion or Edison in the district championship this Thursday. AJ Swendel not able to win the ball back without committing a foul, as there's a player down on the far side. Sun is glistening on him right now with the camera, as Gus Wingfield is right there and a little shaken up. He'll walk it off. We'll get going again. Clock continues to roll with 26 minutes to go. The foul goes on Kenton, so Clear Fork will kick this with one of their defenders. Bronson Frost, one of the senior leaders on the team. It's a drop ball. Here goes Martin. Martin still trying to win it on the near side flank. Can't quite do it. Wingfield. Some space. Ball goes through the legs of the official. And Cade Beachy gets dribbled past. Good job here by Micah Bowman. But he's finally dispossessed. Ball placed right at the 40 here for this free kick. With 25 minutes left. Line drive ball. They were looking in the direction of Barrett. Could there still be something here for the Wildcats? Good job by Frost again, getting in the way. Marlon Lopez, who's our player spotlight today. Haven't seen too much from him in a game that remains scoreless. But here he is, trying to change that. Enters it into the 18-yard box. Almost got it back. Lopez slides in, wins the ball back. Shot off the post and out. Solid effort from Wingfield. As another one hits the metal and stays out. Low driven ball by Bunnell. Stays with Clear Fork possession-wise. Stewart up ahead. Weichel. And Weichel got double-teamed. Good win by Stewart. Stewart up further than usual here. He finds Martin. Martin past the defense. Shot is right to the goalkeeper. Biggest chance of the night. A one-on-one with the goalkeeper, and Hayden Holland wins this one. Maybe had time to take one more touch there if you're Nick Martin. He'll want that one back for sure. Official stops the throw-in from happening because there is a sub coming in. Alex Miller, sophomore, checks back into the game. And it looks like it will be Kyle Barrett who will check off. This official's been very lenient There have been a couple of plays for both teams that have killed a lot of time off the clock, but he has not called for any stoppages yet. This game moving right along. There haven't been any yellow cards yet. Don't expect that to be the case the entire match, as here's another potential attack. Wingfield plays it back out of the 18. Didn't see much. And now a heavy touch is cleared away. Foul on Clear Fork as Martin. Looked like he used Chris Vila's shoulders as kind of a boost there to get up to that ball. High ball in, dangerous spot. Bunnell punches it away. Still danger though. Shot trying to catch Bunnell off his guard, but it's not even on frame. And this will roll all the way out. Finn McCauley greets it past the line. Seeing good moves here by Wingfield in this second half. He's got another one brewing. Wants to try and cross it. Doesn't see anybody. He ends up just deflecting it off of Clear Fork. Here is the third corner of the night. First one of the second half for either side. Third of the night for Kenton. Score still 0-0, under 20 minutes to go. Can the Wildcats change that right here? Far corner goes over the head of the intended target. This will roll all the way out and be Clear Fork ball. Could be space for a counterattack. Kenton's got to rush back. And that they do. Clear Fork not able to capitalize. Higher ball from Bunnell this time. Deflects off a couple of players, both teams. Clear Fork's defense doing a good job here in the second half. These last couple of minutes responding to some better attacks from the Wildcats' end. Colts trying to make their first district championship game in 10 years. Trying to capitalize on the extension from the OHSAA to add 2 more divisions to soccer compared to when they had 3 last year. They've moved up to 5. Weichel can't quite chest it down. He's forced to wall up against the defender. He may be able to get to this, however. Solid work by him. Here's Beachy. Beachy switches field. Some space for Will Stewart to shoot. And he's just over the bar. Took that outside the 18. If that would have dipped in just enough, I think that would have gotten past Holland. Back in the game, Fernando Gonzalez. Lobs one over the top. Could this be here for Kenton? No, says Frost. Solid defense by him forces another goal kick. And Bunnell will look to go forward again. 17 minutes left. Both Vermilion and Edison are just now rolling in, getting ready for their game that will go on later tonight. We will not have that game streamed, but we will have the winner of that this Thursday for the district title against whoever wins this one. All up ahead, Gonzalez watches as Bunnell greets that one with a slide. Decent touch by the Wildcats. It goes right to Weichel, however, as now Beachy has it. Beachy plays far side. Good effort out there by Sam Swendel. Not quite able to convert. We're just over halfway done with the second half. Still 0-0. Both sides are getting restless to try and score one here in the district semifinal. Big collision. Official sees all ball despite being 30 yards away from the play. And now whistle blown. It looks like Gonzalez was offside. High ball sent in by Clear Fork into the 18 just for a moment before being cleared. Beachy, a good ball to Stewart. Up ahead, looking for Weichel. Good defense again, this time by Jesnowski. Sub will come in. Off goes Stewart, who had a solid shot on goal. Also off goes Frost. They will opt for Finn McCauley. Actually, no, correction. Stewart stays in. That substitution was made as Finn McCauley, as there's some contact in the middle of the field. Turn by Kenton, looking to go forward. Another potential attack for the Wildcats. Good job to get to that ball before getting out of bounds. And now we see Liam Beer walk that all the way out. Seeing some good instances of that from many of this Clear Fork defenders. With 13 minutes left, Bunnell sends another. A.J. Swendel turned away from that ball, let it go to his teammate. And Weichel has a lane, decides not to take it to try and get to Stewart. They'll go the long way to Stewart. Landon McCauley has his pass forward intervened by Marlon Lopez, who has the ball again here. Number 7 in white, Marlon Lopez, 5 goals, 6 assists on the year. He is dispossessed right there. This ball's deflected by Weichel. That will go all the way out of bounds. Martin tried to keep it in. He got close. We'll see the Wildcats here after a couple subs are made on both sides. Interesting decision on that touch. As Jumakinov went pretty much at a 90-degree angle at that ball and ended up rolling it all the way out of bounds. New sub, Finn McCauley is off, and in goes number 20, Kabuto Setzer again. Flying header by Beer. Headed towards a midfielder. Here's Weichel trying to send it through. It took a deflection. And both of these sides, despite some great efforts, are still locked at zeros. Up the middle. Ball is still a 50-50 as finally Landon McCauley ends up with it and kicks it ahead. Just trying to clear out of that dangerous spot. Lopez takes a turn, gets through two. Turner flicks it on. Second flick's not able to be done. And here's some space for Clear Fork. Ball takes a deflection, lands perfectly at the feet of Beachy. Ball sent ahead. Martin, his second chance. Can he cash in with this? No. Another save by Hayden Holland. Things to cheer for both sides of this stadium. Short ball, low cross, big time intervention. The splits nearly there by Marlon Lopez. Here's a shot, low driven, deflected up. Still some danger here. Nice touch with the head. Shifts to the left, Weichel plays it back. Touch, shot. What a save! Are you kidding me? Hayden Holland single-handedly keeping Kenton in this game. He almost spilled it there at the last moment. You saw it. But he's still able to hold on and keep this 0-0 with 9.5 minutes to go. They've done a good job trying to find Martin. He's had 2 golden opportunities, both saved by this goalkeeper, Holland. Kyle Barrett, he's got some space. Lobs us over the top. Not much that Jumakinov could do there. Sam Swindle has Martin here. Martin just has to get past the last defender. He cannot do that. It goes out off of the Wildcats, and Clear Fork will wait for some subs and some help into the attacking third for this throw-in with 8:55 to go. Excuse me, 8:18 to go. Short throw, back to Martin. Cross, chested down, booted straight up by Kenton. And Clear Fork will remain with the ball. Gonzalez approaching it. Almost got to that pass. Beer faked out McCauley right there. He thought he was going long. And then Landon kicked it out of bounds. Uncharacteristic there from the captain. Long throw by Barrett, looking for Gonzalez and immediately making up for his previous mistake, McCauley, as a captain would. Ball across the field. Here's Finn McCauley. Finn lobs one over the top, headed straight down. And another good defensive stand. Landon trying to keep it in the attacking third. Sam Swindle wasn't on the same page with Owen Weichel. And that will roll out of bounds. Clock under 7 minutes now. Beachy turns, gets past one, left-footed shot, blocked. And here's Lopez. Lopez trying to run after this one as well, and he's not able to do it. Good defense and a good move here from Clear Fork. Colts trying to cash in. Going to the near side here is Sam Swindle getting to the ball before it goes out. Plays a short one. Martin, cross, blocked, and out. Liam Beer, poor header. Could this be a chance for Kenton, or will Beer make up for it? And that he does. And now 6 minutes remain, and more subs are made. Things starting to get tense here at Shelby for this D4 district semifinal matchup between number 3 Clear Fork and number 4 Kenton, as Bunnell crashes in there. Middle of the field, plenty of space for Weichel. He'll send this to Cade Beachy. Doesn't have the angle, wisely stops, waits for some help. He's still in the 18, plays it out top, and just not enough control on the ball to get a shot off. Landon McCauley plays it just too far out from Beachy, and Beer all alone by himself. Kicks it way to the far side of the field. This is where you got to be careful. Yes, you want to score. You want to try and win this match here in the last 5 minutes now. But you can't get caught with too little people back in case of a counterattack. Beer, however, is doing a fantastic job making sure that's not an issue right now as he has the ball in space. He's going to play it to the near side. Martin may be in over the top. No flag is up. Shot is missed to the left. It has just been that kind of half for both of these teams. Clear Fork with the finishing bug right now, as Nick Martin, the junior, cannot convert. He was all alone. No flag was going to go up. And we're still tied, ladies and gentlemen. How about this? Chances are racking up for Clear Fork. Kenton's just desperate to get this to overtime right now. Well done by McCauley to get that through in a dangerous spot. Beachy takes a turn. Beachy still on the ball. Back to Martin. Martin will cross this in. Low driven. Back to the top of the 18. Nothing there for Clear Fork. They'll keep possession, however. Finn McCauley takes a turn through two defenders. Can't get past. Good turn. Looking for Gonzalez. Gonzalez. Does he have the pace to beat Beer? No. How about this defensive showing from Liam Beer? Under 3 minutes left. That long pass takes the deflection. Clear Fork throw, far side at the 30. What a touch from Cade, but he does hit it off his hand. That was some effort. You got to give credit to this. Just the extension of that arm. Naturally, that happens when you rise up that high. It's unfortunate that that ball took a touch off of that arm. Crowd loved that move, however. Bunnell collects as there are 2 minutes to go. Can Kenton build something up? They've been under attack for the last 5 minutes. Beachy trying to run after it. The defense has to get there first. They do. Good job by 17, Chris Vila. Beer again lobs that away from the defense. Kyle Barrett. Barrett over the top. This falls kindly for Kenton. Is there something here in the last 2 minutes? Shot is missed. Gonzalez this time just misses. Boy, what a heartbreaker that would have been with 50 seconds left. Clear Fork narrowly avoids disaster. And Gonzalez will go off after a golden opportunity. He is subbed out. There's still 40 seconds left here to prevent us from going to overtime. Can either side do it? Wicked spin on the ball right there. We'll force that one out. 25 seconds left. Ball quickly kicked away. Another throw from the Colts. Swendel lobs it up in the air. Still being fought for. Flicked ahead by McCauley, and with 10 seconds left, you got to doubt that any sort of shot's going to go up here. We are overtime bound. Clear Fork 0, Kenton 0. Is there a goal at all in this game? We'll find out with overtime coming up. So these two sides will take a quick break. Remember, in the playoffs, it is golden goal. Any goal that is scored from this point on is a game winner. If there are no goals scored in the first 15 minutes, we'll move to a second overtime, the same length. And then if there's nothing scored after that, it'll be penalty kicks. There are 5 minutes on the clock here for both sides to kind of rest and get ready for overtime. We're going to take a break and come back live and free on the OH Report.
Picking up new hobbies such as cooking is another manly way to avoid depression and reduce stress. Today, I'm going to teach you how to make my world-famous guaco mahogany. First, mash up 5 or 6 of these green things. Then add hot sauce, this lettuce stuff, these red things, salt, some of this stuff, and limes. And finally, bacon to taste. Delicious.
We carry supplements that are from companies that do a lot of testing. So they will test their raw ingredients. They'll test them afterwards as well. And they're testing for both purity and then they're also testing for potency. So things like arthritis, inflammatory bowel disease. We have a lot of supplements and also prescriptions we can recommend and lifestyle type things that can help with that as well.
Back here at Shelby High School for overtime play between Clear Fork and Kenton. If you need a refresher of the overtime rules, there they are. 2 15-minute halves. The first goal wins, and one final addition. No goals? After that, we go to PKs. So buckle up. This is going to be an exciting finish no matter how it ends up. I think I like the rule of first goal wins in a game like this, where it's been so hard to come by for both sides that whoever does strike first, I think, in this instance, deserves to win today. Kenton faithful getting ready to bite their nails here in this overtime. On the far side of the field, just as many, if not more, fans here on the near side for Clear Fork. 15 minutes on the clock. We'll see what happens here in the next 15, maybe 30 minutes. We are underway. Clear Fork had put a lot of pressure on this Kenton defense there in the last 10, maybe 15 minutes of that second half. Do they keep the gas on the pedal? This ball will roll all the way out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick. Chesnowski will send this ahead. First contact by Kenton, as is the second. Martin able to win that ball. 50-50 between him and the Kenton defender, and it's kicked away. Clear Fork with the throw. They're looking for numbers. They don't have them right now. Clear Fork has ridden the coattails of Liam Beer's defense, and you see him there again, a senior on this team that is not ready for his Clear Fork career to end. Reasonably so. It's been such a fantastic run for him with this program, along with all of the other seniors on this team. Somebody's got to lose, however, and we're going to find out who that is. And what's scary about this overtime is that it could happen 2 minutes from now. It could happen 45 minutes from now and anything in between. And it's going to hit hard whenever it does happen. Well, at the feet of Bauman, his pass is deflected not once but twice. It stays in now. And now it rolls out. Bounces out. Long throw in that will get greeted out of bounds again. So goal kick for Bunnell. Line drive goal kick. Not able to get past that second level. And now we'll see if the Colts can build it up with their field players. Good ball by Beachy. Up ahead, Weichel looking for Finn McCauley. Just out of reach. This will go out for a Clear Fork throw. Nick Martin will send this one in. To the 18 it goes. Beachy chests it down. Back to Martin. Left-footed cross will roll all the way to the goalkeeper, who you have to think has even more pressure on him than he did before, Hayden Holland. He made some fantastic saves, but just one slip-up ends your season. Good composure here by Kenton, but Lopez is dispossessed. Big chance for Clear Fork. Can Beachy stay on the ball? He's shoved down, and the official says nothing. No foul. We keep going. And Frost, with a low ball, drives that back to their side. Clear Fork will win it back. Finn McCauley goes back to Beachy. Beachy down the middle. Finds Weichel, left-footed shot. Will not test the keeper there. Shot that all the way at the 19-yard line. It's pretty much a 29-yard strike. Plenty of time for that Kenton goalkeeper to prepare for that. Close to a third of the way through this first overtime already. So far, the pressure has been on this Kenton defense. And it still is, because Cade Beachy is making it very difficult for this Wildcat defense. Ball lobbed over the top. Jumakinov keeps it at his feet. He is in the 18. Shot curled towards goal, and Bunnell had to make a save there, and he does easily. Heavy bounce over the intended Colt, but it does deflect off a bad clearance. Here's Nick Martin. Martin tried to find McCauley. Low-driven ball, takes a deflection. Down the middle it goes. McCauley's not there. Cleared by Kenton. Throw near side right by the Clear Fork Colt bench. Sun has already pretty much set here. Maybe a little bit of sun left to my backside. But the lights are shining bright on Clear Fork and Kenton right now in overtime. Just at 7 o'clock. So near 2 hours through this game. Finn McCauley does a good job getting back there. Kenton up the middle of the field. Can the Wildcats sneak something through? Bowman shot! Misses to the right. A little high as well. That would have been a way to end this game. 8.5 to go, pretty much halfway through. Or a minute gone from halfway through. Player is down for Kenton, but they'll keep playing as long as Clear Fork has a potential attack here. McCauley. Ball is taken away, and now the official will blow the whistle. Stop the clock. This is our first clock stoppage of the evening, I believe. But there is a player down for the Wildcats right now. That player is helped off. We'll get going again here soon. Tensions are high, understandably so. This will be a drop ball. Lopez just able to get it off. Here's a ball sent all the way across. Does this fall for Kenton? No. Big collision again. Both seem to be okay. Bunnell grabbed the ball away from what looked like that was Barrett in on a run. We are now halfway done with the first half of overtime. Martin, short throw, and his cross lands out of bounds. Headed up at midfield. Takes one bounce. At the feet of Kenton. Lopez. Still on the ball. Senses through. Kicked away by Frost. Could there be a counter? This ball stays in on that far side. And now finally poked out. But Clear Fork will rush to get this back into play. Deflection will win a corner. What could this mean for the game? In swinging corner. Solid depth. Header is saved. What a play by Hayden Holland. Have a night. Keep your season alive, young fella. Nothing is getting past Holland today. It's going to have to take something better. Can Clear Fork do so? Miller with a 1-2. His first attempt at a cross is blocked. He wins the ball back. He has an angle to shoot. Ball is spilled. Can it be finished? No. Still not able to find the back of the net. Deflection, however, will be considered a corner. Corner taken quickly. Back post. Another solid header by Swendel. But that one is there again for Holland. Don't think that was a save. I think that would have missed a little to the left if that got let through. But still, had to make sure. 4.5 minutes to go here in the first overtime. Lopez gives it away. Finn McCauley switches to the near side. This is where they've been the most dangerous today. Nick Martin takes a touch, doesn't see much, tries to cross it in. Martin trying to stay alive with the play. Ball's cleared. Frost keeps this as a dangerous situation. Beachy in the 18 tries to turn to his left, gives it off. Weichel shot blocked. Still something here. Turning around, now cleared away. And what this game has lacked in goals, it has more than made up for with drama. Landon McCauley plays this back. Rough ball there by Beachy is just behind Weichel. Big collision. Can Kenton stay with it? Advantage will be played. And now it's deflected away. Last off of Kenton. Quick throw in. Beachy playing way to the right flank right now. Gets into the 18. Flicks it off. Weichel hasn't been able to get much going here in the second half and overtime. Saw a couple shots come up from him in the first half. Not much since. The leading goal scorer, Bowman, for the Wildcats, holds onto the ball right here. Gives it off to Lopez. Barrett dispossessed. 2.5 minutes to go here in this first period of overtime. Kenton wins this throw. Headed back by Barrett and kicked up by Frost. Landon McCauley is going to get called for a bump. I don't know about that call. Compared to some of the other things we've seen in this match, you would think he would let that one go. But with 2 minutes to go, here is a low-driven ball. Miscommunication there by Clear Fork. Neither of them really got rid of that until the last moment. Can't find Beachy. This ball deflects off of Clear Fork. And Martin tried to keep it in. Such a tough angle, couldn't do so. Neither side will give in here in this first overtime. But Clear Fork's offense is creating more opportunities. Can Kenton change that right here? Wingfield dispossessed. Ball sent way forward with 1:10 on the clock. Good turn by Bowman. Lopez turns away from his marker. Shot will miss to the right. Clock continues to roll. This is likely the last chance here in this first half. Outswinging corner. 20 seconds to go. This ball's kicked away by Clear Fork and out of bounds. Will there be anything left here in overtime number 1? Long throw by Jesnowski. Goes away from Kenton for the moment. Touchdown. And one is just lobbed up there at the last moment. It is dangerous. And with zeros on the clock, that will do things with the first overtime. Still 0-0. We'll have 15 more minutes, and if there's nothing there, PKs will be next. Drama through and through. No goals to be accounted for, but defense aplenty. As we see another break in action, we'll be back. in just a few moments here on the OH Report to bring you overtime number 2. Before we get underway with the second overtime, I want to thank our sponsors bringing us here tonight: Wellspring Custom Pharmacy and Health Source, Ohio Suicide Prevention Foundation, Koorsen Fire and Security, North Central State College, Home and Kitchen Supply. Jonathan Langdon with you here for this second overtime with all of the drama here today. So many missed chances, no goals to either side's name, and a 3-4 matchup that has delivered so far. Gonzalez will kick this off for Kenton. We'll see if anyone finishes this here in the second OT. Gonzalez. And this is kicked away. The last 30 or so minutes, this defense for Clear Fork has been stout. Here's a ball over the top. Beachy tries to go around one. Beachy just loses possession. Another good chance for the Colts. Big collision right there. This will win a foul. Good job by Martin to draw that one. Here is A.J. Swindle on the ball, ready to send this in. Only 3 players in the box, however, for Clear Fork, compared to 6, 7. Can they win the numbers game? No, not quite. Or can they still win anyways? And the answer to that question is no. They looked for Sam Swindle, and he was not able to get any sort of connection on that ball sent in. Bowman plays it far side. Ball lobbed in over the top. Gonzalez loses possession. We have gone past the 2-hour mark here in this one. Kenton starting to build a little bit more possession. No foul called there in the middle. Keep going. Defense will have to pass this back forward. Here's a ball that the Colts will have to deal with. Letting this roll out. It will stay in, actually. But a good recovery that time by Owen Bourne. Gonzalez sits on it. Gonzalez, left-footed shot. Bunnell had to think about it. It sailed to the left. Subs coming in for Clear Fork. Will Stewart and Kabuto Setzer. Gonzalez wins the ball. Sends it in early. Ball is flicked backwards. And Wingfield can't control. It's back to the defense. Miller. Shot there. Sails wide. .43 left and counting. Bowman is going to have to put some moves on. Gets past one. He's got a second. He's lurking. Gets knocked off for a moment. And he's not able to get past the third. Flicked back into danger. Wingfield not able to stay on it. Ball rolls through Gonzalez's legs, but he will take it here and then get dispossessed. Good defense by Setzer. And Setzer with a slide tackle by Kenton. Beautifully wins the ball. Gonzalez, how about that play? Good touch. Fernando Gonzalez making it difficult for this Clear Fork team. Over 5 minutes gone here in this second overtime. Nothing in the next 9 minutes. We got penalties coming up. Long throw in, looking in the direction, surprisingly not, of Gonzalez. Turn. Maybe shot a space to shoot. Ball spilled by the keeper. It's cleared away. Bunnell did a good job just to get it away. And really, that spill you could afford because nobody was really in the box to rebound it and put it in to end your season. So we saw Clear Fork with some pressure offensively in the first overtime, and now it's switched over to Kenton. Big win. Beachy gets past two. He's got one to go, and he can't do it. It's cleared. Long throw in by Bourne. Lopez heads it away. Big collision, no foul called. Liam Beard tries to play it up. Another interception. 7:16 to go. Gonzalez trying to run to this one. Frost is there defensively, and he kicks it away. There's a player down for the moment, but it looks like he'll come back up. Kenton taking their time here on this throw. 6:45 and counting to go. Was in the box for a moment right there. Could be back in. Shot will not take a deflection. It will roll all the way out of bounds. Clock will stop as the goalkeeper has to get a second ball. And there is a player down, too, so I didn't see the player down. There's a pole in my way, but another Kenton player injured. He's up to his feet, but understandably going to walk off slowly. With the trainer coming over, he has to come out. And it was the shot taker. Micah Bowman, you got to give credit where credit is due for this Kenton Wildcat team. He has really helped their attack here in the last couple of minutes. Him and Gonzalez, who have been the top two scorers for this team, each with 6 on the year. And taking his time getting off, Bowman will go to the bench with 6:27 left. The Colt faithful who made the roughly hour-long trip here to Shelby, cheering on their team. One final push to see if they can score one in the next 6.5 minutes. Official blows the whistle, and we are underway again. Bunnell sends this one a couple bounces. It will roll out of bounds. Rough touch by the defense. Martin, can he get there? No, is the answer. Landon McCauley. What a pass. Gets past 2 defenders. What a touch as well from Beachy. Beachy plays this one wide. Goalkeeper comes out. Wisely done. And Beachy goes down now. Big collision. But you know, with him, clock continues to roll here. With him, you know that he's not going out. One of the stars on this team. He's really helped will them to try and score in this one. To no avail, of course, with the 0-0 score. And now we see a foul. That one goes on Wingfield. And a quick ball played. Looking in the direction of Miller. He heads it straight down. And now he's hurt. Arms on his head. As Clear Fork wants to keep going. But the clock is stopped and down to the ground goes Martin. Took a shot to the back of the head. He is down. Coaches will come out to him, and a sub will come in his place, Will Stewart. Clock stopped at 4:35. He'll be helped off. That is a very scary situation. You saw him immediately put his hands on the back of his head. And a shot there, it's not what anyone wants to see. I just got to hope that he, if Clear Fork does win, is good to go later this week. Never know with shots to the back of the head like that. Finn McCauley stands over the ball. He'll send this in. This is dangerous. It goes over the back of the net. So Finn opted for goal. Not a bad idea with that big of a crowd in the box. Beachy lobs this over the top. Headed away. Good job by Kenton to not let that go out for a corner. It's out for a throw. Beachy's been all over the field. Here he is again. Shot, save. Can't say it enough. What a night it has been for Hayden Holland, the sophomore. Beachy a rough touch. He's hit hard. He's down. And the clock will stop. Beachy was down on the ground just a little too long for that official's liking. He stops things with 2:51 and counting. Thought I saw him motion for the clock to stop, but it's still rolling. And we're just getting close to under 2.5. So I don't think the official saw that at all, but the clock ticked an extra 30 seconds when he called for it to stop. Could send us to overtime a little sooner than he thought. Weichel plays this ahead. Stewart, who is in for the injured Martin. Weichel now on the ball, plays it back. 2 minutes to go. Ball lobbed over the top, headed straight up. Still danger for Kenton. Solid couple touches to get it away. And here's Owen Bourne. Great slide tackle in there by Micah Bowman. It's a Clear Fork throw, though. Keep going. Beachy. Back to Stewart. Stewart tries to switch field. This is still dangerous for Kenton. Finn McCauley can't quite keep a hold of it. One bounce. Beachy to Finn. Finn McCauley takes a shot and skies it to over the net. 55 seconds to go before we go to penalty kicks. .36 seconds. Beachy can't see much that he likes, as that ball is missed out of bounds. And with 20 seconds left, we are leaning toward penalty kicks coming up. Countdown to zeros. And that will do it for overtime. So still no score. And we move to penalty kicks. We're going to squeeze in a quick break and come back with PKs here on the OH Report. So it all comes down to this: penalty kicks, alternating penalty kicks between Kenton, the 4 seed, and Clear Fork, the 3 seed. We have played a 0-0 draw to this point. So those points there on that scoreboard will change as we go through penalty kicks now. Final score's up on the top of that graphic, so keep track of these penalties. They've opted to go to the left side here at the Whippet Athletic Complex here in Shelby, Ohio. And this will be a battle of goalkeepers. 2 goalkeepers that played fantastic tonight: Wes Bunnell and Hayden Holland. And I think it's also, since there was no goal scored there in overtime, I think it's right that it's decided by which of these goalkeepers can make the extra stop. A lot to play for here in these penalty kicks. Clear Fork, with a win, would advance to their first district title game since 2014. If Kenton wins, they would break a 6-game losing streak here in the playoffs and stun the Colts. Both goalkeepers will meet with the officials on the left side of the field. go over some ground rules. Bunnell, the sophomore, and Holland, the sophomore, so 2 second years in there that are going to have heavy weights on their back. Vermillion and Edison waiting in the wings for this one to end for the second semifinal tonight here at Shelby. We will not be live streaming that game, but if Clear Fork does go on to win tonight, we will stream the district championship on Thursday. First penalty kicker steps up to the spot. A guy who has been spectacular throughout the game. He's been able to build some chances, although none have resulted in goals. Top goal scorer for the team with 6 on the year, Micah Bowman, the junior, steps up to the spot. Getting close to 7:45. It's been an hour, 2.5 hours in this match. And it's all going to come to an end here momentarily. Micah Bowman, the junior. One of the stars on this team that will come back next season. Here's Bowman's penalty kick. And it's in. For the first time tonight, we see a team enter the score column. Up next here is Owen Weichel. So Kenton goes with their top goal scorer, and that's exactly how Clear Fork will respond. Owen Weichel, 10 goals on the year. A Clear Fork high. Here's his kick. Keeper went the right way, but Clear Fork able to sneak it past to tie this at 1. So both sides now have found the back of the net. So an interesting change-up here. The defender, number 9, Cam Jesnowski, is going to be the next one to take it. And it's saved. Jesnowski has his shot saved. Here's another replay brought to you by North Central State College, and that is the biggest save of the night to this point in a game where we've seen so many crucial saves from both keepers. And it's just going to keep getting more and more dramatic as we go on. Here is the second penalty taker for Clear Fork. One of 2 Macaulay's, it's Finn, the sophomore, 4 goals, 3 assists on the year. Oh, no, it looks like there's a fake out. Looks like they messed up the order. It'll be Cade Beachy who's going to take this one. So swap out sophomore for sophomore, and Cade with 7 goals and 12 assists on the year is going to take this one. The officials are meeting at the moment, wondering if it's something about the order. Something about that quick switch. The officials are meeting with the coaches. To have a mic on the field right now. Wonder if the coaches are arguing. I'm not going to speculate. He's pointing up to the press box. He's pointing right at our camera. But I don't think that's where they're pointing. I think what the comment is, I will speculate here. I think the argument here is the PA announcer here at the venue announced the penalty taker's name as he kicked the ball. So the coaches are making an argument that he should get a re-kick here because of the distraction made by the PA announcer being late to the call. That's speculation for me, but just the pointing to the press box leads me to believe that that's the case. But the question now is there an OHSAA rule that allows you to retake a kick? This has been a long delay. And they're going to give a redo. Jasnowski is going to take a second crack at this. Whether it was something with the press box or something with Bunnell, who might have stepped off the line, we could take a look at that here after this kick. But here is the second attempt from the same player. It's saved again. It doesn't matter. He went right up the middle, and Bunnell was ready for it. Wow. And now we'll see Cade Beachy step up to the spot. Just when you thought the drama couldn't get any higher, you have a moment like that. And it ends up in the same result as what was going to happen before that happened. Here's Cade Beachy. Team high 12 assists. Can he pass this one into the net? Past this keeper who has been red hot. Yes, he does. Beachy went right. The keeper went right. They both went their own rights. And Clear Fork's up 2-1 through 2 cycles. Up steps Marlon Lopez, 5 goals, 6 assists this season. Our player spotlight for Clear Fork just went. Here's the player spotlight for Kenton. What a penalty. We're tied at 2, but Clear Fork has the upper hand. Look at where this one was placed. Top left. Great location. Even if Bunnell dove that direction, don't think he would have ended up with that. Picking up the pace here at Shelby. Sam Swendel. To keep the edge, to keep the advantage. He goes up the middle, maybe a smidge to his right. Chris Vila, the sophomore, makes his slow walk to the spot. Clear Fork 3, Kenton 2. There's already been a save made. If you want to count the retake, 2 saves have been made by Wes Bunnell, the sophomore. Vila able to get it past. Tied back up at 3. So Sam went for Clear Fork last. This will now be AJ Swindle. Sam, the senior, cool as you like from him. What can the sophomore do here? History on the line for the Colts. They have the edge. Can they keep it? No, it hits off the post. Oh, man, we're tied. And AJ will go cheer on his goalkeeper as we are tied back up again. Fernando Gonzalez, the senior, 6 goals on the year, tied for the team high. He had a great second half and overtime, threatening the Clear Fork defense. Can he do it here? Yes, he can. Oh, man. That was close to a near identical shot from what we just saw from AJ Swindle. And Bunnell was nearly there. Going back to youth. This is it. Finn McCauley. A miss, and it's over. Finn McCauley slows up on it, and we keep going. Shot for shot. Who's going to make the next mistake? These two sides have been so even throughout that it just makes sense that this is how we move forward. This has been a treat here, live and free on the OH Report, whether you're on Facebook or YouTube. We're going on close to 3 hours to this point. As both sides will decide their remaining lineups. See Kenton over there just trying to keep the vibe positive. Trying to smile through this whole thing. It is a high pressure situation, but got to keep your spirits up. And Bunnell is already ready for what is going to take place here. He's going to stay between the sticks until somebody walks up and takes this. Looks like Kenton has their lineup decided already. It's Clear Fork that's kind of taking their time to choose. And they still got time. It looks like they're done now, but Kenton will start this next rotation. Big kick coming up. The sophomore Gus Wingfield is the next for the Wildcats. Wes Bunnell is ready. 4-4. Saved! What a season, what a moment here in the district semifinal for Wes Bunnell. And a chance to win right here. And you couldn't write a better script at who's going to take this kick. He's been stout defensively all game long. It's the senior, Liam Beer. "4-4. This could do it. Saved again. Wow. Just as you thought Bunnell had it done for Clear Fork, Hayden Holland responds as Beer went up the middle. Who's next? There's your answer. What a spot to put a freshman in. This is Evan Rawl. And he answers. Bunnell's going to want to have that rep back. He went the right way, didn't go for the full extension to try and get it. Pressure is on for Clear Fork. You move to another senior, Bronson Frost, defender. In fact, the last 4 takers here in this one have all been defenders. Can Frost get it in? Yes, he can. Five. And the pressure just keeps going up and up and up. And who's the next victim? It's this guy, number 20. Hadis Jumakanov. Just 1 goal on the year for Hadis. He's going to go quick. Low driven. Just sneaks in. That run up threw off Bunnell, and that was exactly what you probably needed to do in that situation. Look how quickly he goes. And before the shot even went up, Bunnell had already chosen to go left. Another senior steps up. Owen Bourne. This is the 5th defender of the last 6 takes. Shot. Hits off the post and in. Oh my word. That took a while for this Clear Fork fan base to start cheering. And understandably so. Look at this. Again, brought to you by North Central State College. Oh man. And you gotta think it's hard for coach to send seniors out there, especially for both sides. because a miss from any of these seniors ends their career. It's hard for a coach to put their kids under that sort of pressure. Kyle Barrett will kick this with the left and miss. The door is open for Clear Fork. Just missed up and to the left. And in a 6-6 game, who will it be to potentially finish it off? The junior Nick Martin. 9 goals, 2 assists, had a goal in the sectional title against Upper Sandusky. A couple of missed opportunities earlier in this match to potentially win the game in regulation. Here he is to try and win it now. And he does! Clear Fork has done it! They're going to their first district championship game since 2014. And there's always 2 sides to the story. Clear Fork wins. They're going berserk. And you just see Kenton standing in shock at what was a classic here at Shelby High School. It's a final. A 0-0 game ends in a 7-6 penalty shootout that the Clear Fork Colts pull away with. They'll be back here on Thursday for a district title. We're going to recover and come back live and free on the OH Report.
Picking up new hobbies such as cooking is another manly way to avoid depression and reduce stress. Today, I'm going to teach you how to make my world-famous guaco mahogany. First, mash up 5 or 6 of these green things. Then add hot sauce, this lettuce stuff, these red things, salt, some of this stuff, and limes. And finally, bacon to taste. Delicious.
We are a compounding pharmacy, so we compound medication that people are not able to find other places. We can make oral liquids, so like liquids you take by mouth. We make creams and ointments, so if you need a medication delivered topically or through the skin, we can get medication into creams that way. We can also make medications into capsules, as well as suppositories, nasal sprays if you need it, things like that.
I think one of the things that makes Wellspring so unique is to give the patient that ability to choose between traditional and or complementary.
If you're needing medication and you're not able to find what you need, or you need it to go into your body in a different way, that's what we help with.
for your Koorsen Fire and Security Player of the Game here on the OH Report. What a game it was for this guy, Wes Bunnell. What a game it was for your entire team, just fighting through that whole scoreless draw, getting all the way to a penalty shootout where you ultimately delivered for your team, sending you guys to your first district title game since 2014. Just reacting to that, how does that feel?
I mean, making history here. It's been a while. Very nostalgic, especially as a underclassman coming in to injury and coming in gold for the last 4 games, and then just having this great game. And that's all I could ask for. My team played out good. Defense held up. It's just overall a good game.
Yeah, just what were you going through kind of there in that right before penalty kicks happened, and you knew the pressure was going to ramp up on you every single kick, but then we got to 9 rotations, and it just starts to add up on you. What was your process going through that?
You know, after I got scored on by the first one, I had just reset and not let it get in my mind. And after the second one, I had to get ready for it, and that's all I could really do. Got to have that routine, and that's all I could do.
So how did you feel delivering that, and what was the feedback from your teammates like when you guys won that?
It was great. I mean, it was probably the best thing I've ever felt since I don't even know when.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Well, congratulations, Wes, on the win. One more question for you before we get you out of here and get out to celebrating. Go look into that camera, give some shout-outs to anybody who might be watching on the OH Report.
Thank you to my mom. She's the biggest support ever. I love her so much. She's the only voice I heard, the only voice I wanted to hear was hers, and it was the greatest moment of my life.
Well, now I feel bad leaving you up here away from your mom, who you gave your bag to come up and join us. But thank you for doing that. Congrats on the win, and we'll see you Thursday.
Thank you.
Picking up new hobbies such as cooking is another manly way to avoid depression and reduce stress. Today, I'm going to teach you how to make my world-famous guaco mahogany. First, mash up 5 or 6 of these green things. Then add hot sauce, this lettuce stuff, these red things, salt, some of this stuff, and limes. And finally, bacon to taste. Delicious.
Time for your post-game show as we wrap up a crazy game here, brought to you by the Ohio Suicide Prevention Foundation. Jonathan Langdon with you, Jeremy Peoples on camera. That was not the final score of the game. That was the final score of the penalty shootout. It was 0-0, believe it or not, before we got to this point. But Clear Fork won 7-6, a big-time win for this Clear Fork team that goes to a district title game coming up this Thursday night against the winner of this game that will take place literally in about 15 minutes. Of course, we won't stay here for this coverage. That first game was long enough for us, I think we can say in the booth. But Edison and Vermillion will get going here in a couple of moments, and we'll see who moves on to take on Clear Fork this Thursday. I want to thank you so much for coming, thank you so much for watching here tonight. I'm losing my voice. This has been a game that I will remember for a long time. So thank you for joining us. You're going to see our sponsors roll through one final time here on the OH Report. So thank you to our sponsors. I'll read them off one final time. It doesn't look like our credits are going to move. Thank you to Wellspring Custom Pharmacy and Health Source. Thank you to Ohio Suicide Prevention Foundation. Also thank you to Koorsen Fire and Security, North Central State College, home and kitchen supply. Have a good rest of your night. We'll see you next time here on the OH Report.